Welcome to the music podcast. We have a very special guest with us today. She's going to introduce herself in a moment here on the music podcast. It's fantastic to be back, myself and Tom, our lovely guest. Can you tell us who you are and where you're from?
Yes, hi, my name is May, and I am from Nanaimo, British Columbia on Vancouver Island.
Phenomenal. Now, we start all of our podcasts, May, with over and underrated. I'm going to name some artists. You and someone going to say if they're overrated, underrated, or maybe they're just rated fine. It's completely up to you guys. First artist I'm going to bring your way is Billie Eilish.
I'll let you go first.
Uh, I love, I really like Billie Eilish. Um, I'm gonna say underrated.
You're allowed to say that. If
Okay.
you love her, go for it. Tom, what are you thinking?
Overrated.
Really? Well, I know
No,
this is meant to be quick fire. Why?
I don't know what she does anything. She does a couple of good songs. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of tracks from Billie Eilish that I like, but I don't think she's as like revolutionary, should I say, as like every like great artist, but not as like groundbreaking. I think as everyone makes out.
Fair. Okay, right. Next artist, Olivia Rodrigo.
I'd say overrated.
I actually really like Olivia Rodrigo, and I'm pretty sure I've already answered this question. There's going to be so many. If listeners went back and listened to how many times I contradict myself through the recordings of these, then that would be crazy. Well, what are you doing with your time? Why would you do that? But I was going to say overrated.
God, you've definitely changed your mind on that.
I have, haven't I?
Okay, person of the moment, we're gonna go with Sabrina Carpenter.
Overrated. Sorry.
I love how you apologize every single time. Like, you're allowed to
Yeah,
admit that.
I'm Canadian. I apologize when someone hits me. It's not my fault. I don't know why it's in our DNA. It just, yeah.
Um, Underrated.
Hmm?
Little Nas X.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Doja Cat.
Overrated.
Oh, now Wet Leg.
Overrated.
The Kid Leroy.
Overrated.
Overrated.
My last one, Tate McRae.
Overrated.
Underrated.
Whoa, you two have been like you haven't been agreeing on too many of these. It's been a real mix. I think Tom changes his mind each week, to be
I
honest.
do. It's just based on just
But there you go. Right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go into just music topics at the moment. What's been happening in the music world? Talking of Sabrina Carpenter, she's had a huge chart week at number one, five times more sales than number two, which is absolutely incredible. Only the Poets announced £1 tickets at Brixton Academy. It's created worldwide news, which has been incredible. They wanted to give back. They feel like fans are getting priced out of music. And the big thing that I want to talk to you guys today is about Golden Circle tickets. Have you two been to some shows where people have paid ridiculous money to be in these Golden Circles? Have you heard of all this?
yes, I am well versed on this phenomenon.
And what is your opinion on this?
Um, is that where you pay like and you get to go in like the front row? Like you pay the extra and then you get to go in like in front of the barrier, like they did it at Arctic Monkeys, didn't they? Is that what I'm on? Is that what you're on about?
Exactly that.
Yeah, no, it's a joke, and it people shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing that. Just I don't know actually. Should you
It's
not be doing it?
backfired on a festival here in the UK up north where they didn't sell enough. So
Oh,
the front of the crowd is really empty, but there's actually lots of people just further back, which is mental, really. May, what's your thoughts? You're an artist yourself. Is that something where you think that's clever if there's demand, that's money coming in, or do you think it is unfair on fans? And do you think super fans are being pushed away?
I do think that it is, like it's great for artists who like to do that. That's great, good for them. But I feel like it takes away from fans a little bit, simply because most of us in the world are just insanely broke. And you have champagne taste on a free water budget. And it's really hard to be able to make up that money. And it could be extra income for the artist for sure, but it takes away from the fan. To me, it takes away from the fans. I think everyone should just pay what they can and then enjoy as much as they can. And like my concerts, I do enjoy going around the whole place so that way you can see absolutely everybody. But that's my opinion.
No, and I think it's really fair, but I think there's two sides to this, isn't there? Because there's, with artists not getting money from physical anymore, the live side is so important for them to make money. So I'm all for artists generating incomes in different area, but I think that something quite special about those super fans at gigs that line up early, they're queued up the night before. I saw Chapel Row in a Reading, and they're all their fans running to be at the front. I think that's a real key part of the music industry. I think going to live shows, if people have queued up and they want it first, do they not, Tom, deserve to be at the front? Do you think?
Yeah, I think I think they do, but also like the way I look at it is if it was going the other way, like you had a normal ticket and then you had like a I don't mind standing at the back because I'm not that bothered ticket, like, and it was a little bit cheaper. I think that would work better. It's the charging, you're like punishing the fan for wanting to be at the front. Now, there are plenty of artists that I'd be like, yeah, I'd like to go and see, but actually, I'm not that bothered being anywhere near the front. I'd happily stand at the back, just have a nice time, and I'll pay a little bit less for that. That'd be all right. But then, yeah, you're taking the money out of the artists, and that isn't right.
Hmm.
Or is it? Who knows?
I remember being at Arctic Monkeys and trying to get you your Golden Circle ticket. Couldn't find you, had no signal. And you weren't that fussed, Tom, are you, really? To be honest, you were still enjoying it in there.
No, I was there with my mum and my sister, and we were having a nice time. We were not close, but we weren't super far away. But it's like people who go and watch like big concert gigs and stand. Like you're never going to get close, but maybe you kind of just want to go for a little bit more of a chilled evening, and you don't necessarily want to be a million miles away from the toilets or a million miles away from the bar or all really crowded. You just want to go and stand and just watch some music. So yeah.
Incredible. Okay, mate, as an artist, I want to talk a little bit about your upcoming, like where music came from for you. Who was your heroes growing up and how did they shape your approach to music? Like, who were the people on your wall and your screensaver growing up?
Oh, so many people. Um, I my parents raised us really well where all of us kids really just love music. And if you don't you shiver and get goosebumps when you truly love a song. And I grew up with Bon Jovi, Weird Al, Selena Gomez, Adele,
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, a lot of
I
classics. Yeah, exactly. Um, and I probably would say Selena Gomez because I'm slightly obsessed with her makeup line and her beauty line. I'm wearing a shirt that says Rare Beauty. It's bad. It's bad. It's it's bad. But we just music is a part of us and it's like in our bones. And I can't really say it's too much other than that. It
One of the
just
names you've mentioned there, Adele, is obviously, a legend here in the UK, North London, where Tom's from. If you were to meet her in an elevator, what would you ask her?
can we be friends?
That is a great response. That is a great response. I love that. Westwell, what would you say to her?
What, Adele?
Yeah, you're in the lift.
Oh,
You see Adele?
just walk in there. Oh, you're right. Both Londoners, aren't we? So I just, a bit and down the market this morning.
I love that. What would you ask, Josh?
I'd probably ask her what floor she's going to so we could continue the conversation. But you know what? I'd really like to understand her come up a little bit. I know she went to Brit school, and I know that she got rejected a lot of singing parts at Brit school. And it's just for me, Adele's fascinating because when you hear her talk, she's this proper North London, like proper English. Like I just love her personality compared to when you see her on stage and the glamour and the voice. And I really feel like Adele is the celebrity, where in the crowd at an Adele concert, I've never been, but I can imagine the front row is, we talk about Golden Circle tickets, it's all A-listers going to see her, and I feel she's so authentic. And for me as an artist, she's never lost who she really is. And for me, that's really, really key. Um, and interesting. May, I want to understand what you were like growing up. You said you've come from a music background, you're listening to the icons. What were you like at school? What was a young May like, and how did you feel about the world at that point?
I was quirky to say the least. I'm a very weird, different personality. Uh, I I don't really know how to explain. I was always the kid that was left in the back of the class that no one cared about. Nobody really liked me. Everyone loved my sister, which is great. We're identical twins, and everyone wanted to be friends with her, so that was fun. Um, I I don't know. I don't really know what to say too much, but when it comes to like music and growing up, like music every day. Like
Mm.
my playlist on Spotify that I listen to is like the weirdest playlist you will hear in your life because it's a mix of like some rap, uh older classics, and then there's Disney thrown in, and then it's, normal everyday songs. Uh but you practically listen to music 24/7. And yeah, in school I was just the quirky, quiet kid who is super weird, asks way too many questions, and will not shut up for the life of me.
I love that. So obviously, growing up as an identical twin, is that something that you think is a real positive and you're really grateful for that? Or are you like, "Ah, no, I'm the introverted one," and something maybe that you didn't enjoy? I'd love to like understand that. I had good friends growing up who are identical twins. And it was interesting seeing their dynamic as they grew older.
Well, I do love having a twin sister. She's great. Uh, we're very different. You could look at her and be like, "Oh, you're related," but we don't look like identical twins anymore.
Hmm.
But it was great to say the least. And twin telepathy, that like myth, it's I can't say enough how true it is, because whether like one person is in pain or you're not feeling good, or you're like wanting to watch the same movies, it shows over and over again, we tell each other that. And we're very shocked that we're into the same thing at the moment.
That's really interesting. I feel like Tom, you've got a long lost twin somewhere, like, and like you're completely opposites.
Who is it?
I could imagine it. I could see it right now. Okay, mate, let's go into some of your songs and your music. What's the most personal song you've ever written? And was it scary to share with the world? Because I feel like as a creative, it's a very personal thing, isn't it? Sharing a song to the world.
It really is. My You said most personal song?
Mm. Yes.
I have a lot, so it's hard to pinpoint one or two. Ignore me for a sec while I like take a look at my songs. That probably sounds terrible on my part. Uh, but it's fine. I'd say kindness is the answer. And one of the first songs that I made, Alone. Alone is it's my way of saying hi to people everywhere and welcoming them to what kind of an artist I am. And we don't like, no matter what happens in the world, we don't want to be alone. At the end of the night, you don't want to be alone. You want to feel loved, and that someone loves you, and that someone's here for you and cares about you. And that's essentially part of my goal.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. Right, and I think it's so like great for us to hear this at home to be like, it is scary. It is releasing a little part of yourself to the world, but every artist is in the same boat. And I feel like it's such a beautiful thing that, hearing it from you, May, they can be like, okay, it's not just me. It's a lovely thing to hear as an artist. Right, we've had some fan questions come in for Tom. Of course, we have. This one is from Jack. Jack's asked, Tom, would you rather headline Glastonbury and be booed politely or play a sold out pub and be asked for an encore by everyone?
Hmm. Sold out pub and everyone wants you to keep going,
Yeah,
or booed off of Glastonbury.
top of Glastonbury headline.
Oh, oh, that is. Why am I getting
Great.
booed off of Glastonbury? Like,
Tom, you're a controversial guy, mate. Who knows? Who knows at this point?
I don't know.
But you could say you've headlined Glastonbury. That's pretty cool.
Of course I could. It's not my fault. I don't think I'd get booed off Glastonbury, to be honest. I don't think the boos would get to me. They wouldn't phase me. Yeah, Glastonbury.
Jess has asked, Tom, what's your opinion on football in music? Lots of people are calling for Fontaines D.C. Starburster to be the Premier League theme tune, but I'm not unhappy with Kasabian doing it. I think it's a massive thing, football music. I think it's really combined. I guess what Jess is asking here is, does it belong, Tom? Is it something that is just unanimous, probably sport in general and music?
Yeah, I think you're always going to get it mixed up, aren't you? I think especially with like football having such like deep cultural roots, and then obviously music as well. They both operate in similar sort of places to people. Things that are a hobby, but they're not just like a necessarily. They're not like a hobby that's like fishing. They're a little bit more. They take up like so much of your own life, and then yeah, th- because of that, they take up the same sort of space in so many people's lives, and then you get like bands and stuff like that from certain places. I think Kasabian and being Leicester fans and stuff like that, so you're always going to have that sort of like pride of like, oh, this is our like a band that's close to us, and they're also making music and things like that. Plus, you go to the pub after, you listen to some music, stuff like that. So yeah, it's not a problem, is it?
Definitely not. Is there any songs that come to mind where you think, oh, that would have been the best Premier League theme tune?
I think Kasabian have got it. I don't think Premier League. I don't think Fontaines and the Premier League are a good
Good
mix
mix. No,
together.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think they would go well. Kasabian, all right. I think to be like, especially like the Premier League, you got to be quite PC, and I think
Mm.
Kasabian aren't necessarily. They're not necessarily PC, but they don't necessarily say as
You
much
need
stuff.
you need a bit of magic. You need a bit of rock and roll,
Yeah,
behind you, surely.
yeah.
The next question is from Dan. Dan has asked, Hi guys, love the podcast on the way to work, really enjoy it. My question for you guys is, what are the qualities all great artists have? May, I'm going to come to you on this one. What do you think is a quality that all the greats that you list at the start of this podcast, what do they have in common?
They have good ears. Oh, I should probably elaborate. Um, Not physically. I mean, when it comes to music, when you're making a beat and everything, I feel like that's something that everyone has in common, where you can like listen to music, you can be creating something, and then all of a sudden you're like, this is going to be a hit. I love how this is going to turn out. This is going to be great. And then they're right for having songs that they make and don't necessarily like, so they don't put it up. Because they're, I don't want to say smarter, but does that like make sense?
No, absolutely. There's obviously a real talent there, isn't there? In
Yeah,
terms
exactly.
of,
Mm.
I have a controversial one. I think that all the big greats, that you could all dress as them for Halloween. And what I mean by that is there's certain phrases, the way they dress, something distinctive about them, whether it's their voice or their live presence or their fan report, like there's something really distinct that you could go as and dress as for Halloween. That's something I really see a lot of qualities. If I wanted to dress as Liam Gallagher or whoever it may be, Lola Young, there's a real distinct, connection that you can make with them. Tom, what about yourself? Is there something that you think, yeah, they have to have this?
I think they've got to have. I think definitely nowadays to become a great, you've got to have um authenticity and sort of like the vision, and then the ability to trust in their vision and go down something. And there's a lot of really talented artists out in the world, but you've got to be a little bit different. You've got to have something, and you say, oh, this is what it is going to look like or sound like, should I say. And then just the honestness and the ability to just trust in that and go after that, and just be yourself, and be what you want to be.
Incredible. Fantastic. Okay. Move on to the next segment is the musician's marketing genius of the week. And I'm going to give it to Suede. They've got a brand new album out called Antidepressants. And they were like, right, how are we going to drum up interest? So they went to Virgin, and I love Richard Branson and Virgin, and they have a motto: it's better to ask for forgiveness rather than for permission. So in the news building next to the Shard in London, Suede put on this massive gig, and they turned the volume right up. The building was shaking, the skyline of London behind them. And they had so many complaints from Talks, all these other incredible companies, I believe, complaining about the noise level and the rooms shaking. But everyone was talking about it. Made huge headlines ready for their big album launch, which I think is just absolute genius. They invited their super fans in, had all the world's press there, and the lead singer Brett turned down. He got all of the barrier, the front row, threw it on the floor. I got crushed trying to do content at the start, and these super fans went on stage. It was quite a spectacle that was going out live. I just think it's genius. They knew exactly what they were doing. Right. The next part of the podcast, it is the Tom Westwell music quiz. You guys love it at home. What is it this week, Westwell? What are we playing?
Yeah, so this is a new game I've devised.
Ooh.
It's called Who's Older?
Is it old, and and I'm against May here, yeah?
You are correct, yeah. So it's 7 questions, and it's either going to be a band, a song, an album. I'm going to give you 2 of them, and you've just got to simply tell me which one's older. It's points. So
Are you feeling confident on this one?
Sure. Sure, why not? That's fine. I'm excited. This is fun.
So we start off. Question number 1. What is older? Britney Spears' Baby One More Time or Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way?
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
You are both incorrect. It's Britney Spears. It came out in 1999. The Backstreet Boys were also 1999, but Britney Spears was just a little.
Oh. Wow.
Dang. I mean, good for them. That's great.
What's older, Drake's Hotline Bling or Adele's Hello?
I feel like these are all trick questions. Like the one that I want to say is actually wrong. Mate, you can go first on this one.
Can you say the names again? Please.
Hotline Bling by Drake or Hello by Adele?
I'm gonna go Drake.
That's because she got it right.
Mate's taking the lead. Canada 1-0.
Taylor Swift's Shake It Off or Pharrell's Happy?
Taylor Swift.
Happy.
It is Happy.
Oh my God.
Question number 4.
May's running away with this.
Not yet.
Who is older? 2 people that have been mentioned on this podcast already. Billie Eilish or Olivia Rodrigo?
In age, the age of the artist.
The age.
It's got to be Billy, surely.
You are both right. It is Billie. Give you
High five to you. Whoop.
Virtual one.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's older? Harry Styles' solo career or Zayn's solo career?
Zayn.
Zayn.
Yeah, 2016. Harry Styles also went solo in 2017.
I
They
felt like
left
it was
One
up.
Direction first. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy that, isn't it? God.
it's insane.
Westwell, would you like to be in One Direction?
Not anymore, mate. I'd be on my own, wouldn't I? Who's older?
Solo direction.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who's older? Dua Lipa's debut single, Be the One, or Chainsmokers' Closer?
Chainsmokers.
What was the other one?
Dua Lipa's debut single, Be the One, or Chainsmokers' Closer?
I want to say that one.
Chainsmokers?
No, the one before.
Dua Lipa? Yeah,
Yeah, that.
you're right, Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Oh my
Cool.
gosh. I don't think I've scored. Have I scored a point yet? The May hasn't got.
You got one. Yeah, yours.
He's getting 1 point, but May also got that one, so yeah, counted for nothing. Old Town Road by Lil Nas X or Bad Guy by Billie Eilish?
Lil Nas X.
It
Yeah,
is Lil
Lil
Nas X.
Yeah. Good
Well,
job. See, you're doing great.
with that answer there, that draws a conclusion to the quiz. I'm delighted to say that our guest May has won that one, and Josh has been, well, trashed. He's been well and truly defeated. Yeah.
I have been fairly, but very well, I have to say.
It was
Yeah.
it was a great effort on everybody's part. So everyone did a good job.
And that quiz might be back next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it up.
We'll wait and see. Mate, let's talk a little bit about your music to finish the podcast on. Obviously, a lot of musicians will listen to this at home. What creative strategies do you use when you hit a wall? Like, if you've hit a creative block, what would you be doing to try and reignite it? Will you completely walk away from music, or is there certain techniques that you fall back on?
There's certain techniques that I fall back on because when it comes to my music, I'm trying to get out to the world that even though you have like health issues or life is difficult, because life is difficult for all of us, if you have health issues, if you have other things going on, you're not alone. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. The screen went black.
It's right. It's right.
Sorry.
I think he's still here.
Yeah. Are you good, Joshua? Well, we can't hear you.
Audio from Joshua.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna leave me here at the minute hosting this.
Sorry.
No, I'm not a great host. So
Oh, you're great. Don't worry. You have to give
Yeah.
yourself credit. Don't worry.
I think he's trying to come back, but no, Josh, we ain't got any sound.
My back?
Oh, now.
Oh, there we go. Hey. Apologies. Technical
Good
issue.
job. Technical schmexical. That it's fine. You're good. Yeah. I can't remember the question now. Sorry.
What are your strategies when you hit a creative block?
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, family, health issues, whether you're going through certain things like a divorce or you're just happy to like wake up every day, that kind of thing. I make music on like all of that, but I always go back to square one. And for me, that's health issues. And if you have health issues, you can still do whatever you want, even though it's a little bit more difficult, but don't let that stop you from following your dreams and just keep going. Because whether you're in a gigantic family or you're just a little rat by yourself, I should say, in another way, if you're just like an animal or a flower just chilling by yourself and you think that no one is there with you, you're wrong. Because someone out there is looking for a friend just like you or to be something closer. You never know. And so those are like everything that I always fall back on because I just want my music to touch people's hearts and to let people know that they're not alone in the world, no matter what happens.
It's a beautiful message to kind of share and portray for people, which I think is lovely to hear that you have those values that you fall back on. What's the one thing you wish more musicians knew about this industry?
It's harder than it seems. You really have to put a lot of effort, time, energy, and a lot of you just have to put a lot of yourself out there, and it's up for other people's interpretations whether they're going to take you in or not. But regardless, it's difficult, but just because of the difficulty, don't let that stop you.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible advice. May, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Funny, and we've absolutely loved having you. Remember, great music deserves great conversation. And guys listening at home, if you've enjoyed what May said, go follow her, get her on socials, go listen to her songs. They're absolutely incredible, May. It's been a pleasure. Tom, what do we say?
Thank you for everybody listening. Thank you for everyone taking up your time to be here and do this podcast. Thank you, May, for your time. And yeah, we'll see everybody next week.
Thank you guys so much.
May, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, same here. It really has been. Thank you.